everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about building a business while working at a full-time job. I have been able to build multiple businesses while working at a full-time job, and over the course of building those businesses while still working full-time, I have come up with a few very important, very crucial tips. In this video, I will be outlining 5 of my very important and very crucial tips. Let's get right to it. Before we actually dive into the tips, I just want to say one quick thing. This video is geared towards building a business while you are still working at a full-time job. It is not geared towards starting a business. I believe that starting a business and building a business are two similar but also different things. So in this video, these 5 tips will be geared towards building a business once you have already started it. So once you have already taken your idea and turned it into a business or a brand, and you've actually started the business, then you will definitely be able to utilize these 5 tips. Let's get right to the tips. Tip number 1, use your time wisely. It is very important to use every spare minute that you have very wisely. I'm going to give you a few examples. When you are on your lunch at work, okay, when you are taking your lunch break at work, instead of, taking the time to walk around the neighborhood or eat your lunch very slowly, you should try and eat your lunch as quickly as you can and then work on building your business. Do anything that you have to do in order to build your business or take your business to the next level. Another thing is multitasking. If you can try to multitask, then it will help you greatly, because every single spare minute is very effective. For instance, if you are going to the washroom and you can send an email to a customer while you are using the washroom, then go ahead and do that. Use every spare minute effectively, and that is tip number 1. Tip number 2, get used to late nights and early mornings. When you are working at a full-time job, you will have to devote many hours to that job. When you are building a business, you will have to devote many hours to building the business. How do you devote many hours to both of those things? Late nights and early mornings. If you have to go to work let's say that you have to leave work or start getting ready for work, making your breakfast and getting ready for work at 7 a.m. You might have to wake up at 5 a.m. and work those 2 hours on building your business, okay? If you usually go to bed at 11 p.m., you might have to go to bed at 1 a.m. that night instead of 11 p.m. and spend those extra 2 hours working on your business. Sometimes you're going to have to actually do both. Sometimes you're going to have a late night and an early morning. So be prepared to sacrifice in the form of late nights and early mornings. Tip number 3, take advantage of the flexibility of email, okay? So let's say that you had to contact a customer, or you had to respond to a customer or send out a contract for your business. Typically, before email was around, you would have to arrange for a meeting with the customer, meet up with them, and then fulfill the deal or fulfill your end of the deal. But now, with the flexibility of email, you can tell the customer to email you if they have any questions or concerns, and then you can respond once you have finished working at your full-time job. And an even better aspect of this is the fact that you can batch your responses or batch your email work. When you have finished working at your full-time job and you get home, you can log on to your email account and you can email 10 or 20 customers in a row. And you can batch that work and get it done in a few hours instead of doing it, sparingly throughout the day, emailing one person at 9 a.m. and then one person at 10 a.m., responding to them immediately. You can do your best to use the flexibility of email and take advantage of the flexibility of email and just respond to all of the emails or send out all of the emails at once you have finished working at your full-time job for the day. Tip number 4, use your vacation days effectively. Normally, when someone works at a full-time job and they don't own a business or they're not trying to build a business, they take vacation days to actually relax and go on a vacation. However, when you are trying to build a business while still working at a full-time job, that's not what happens. That's not what you do. When you take vacation days from your full-time job, you use those vacation days very effectively and you devote many hours to building your business, okay? You don't wake up late and relax. You wake up at the regular time that you would regularly go to work, and you work all throughout the day and even into the evening, okay? You do that on your vacation days. If you want to succeed and build a business, if you want to succeed at business and also build a business to be really, really strong and really, really big, while you are working at a full-time job, you have to use those vacation days effectively, okay? When you take vacation days, have make a list of what you need to do for your business and accomplish those things and complete those tasks for your business on your vacation days from your full-time job. Tip number 5, work effectively. Many times when people are doing their work, they will work very slowly. They will sort of mess around as they're doing their work. They will take frequent breaks. However, when you are working at a full-time job and trying to build a business, just as I said before, you don't have much time. You don't have much spare time, so you have to use all of your time effectively and work effectively. When you are building your business and you are in that zone of working on your business, okay? When you finish working your full-time job for the day and you come home and you're working on your business, don't mess around. Don't, cruise through your social media platforms while you are working. Don't take any breaks. Just grind, hustle, and work on the business and work effectively. Figure out a process, a process that will allow you to get the work done effectively and quickly, and utilize that process. Be very productive and work very effectively, because truthfully, when you are working a full-time job and you are trying to build a business, you don't have a lot of spare time, so you have to use those minutes effectively. And that's basically it. In this video, I have spoken to you about building a business while working at a full-time job. Just as I said before, I have been able to build multiple businesses while working at a full-time job, and throughout that process, I have picked up a few pieces of advice and I've come up with a few tips. And in this video, I have outlined my 5 most important and crucial tips. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.